When this baby hits $88, well, I'm sure I've got that a little bit wrong, but anyone who remembers Back to the Future will know the rest of that line. And it's not about the DeLorean today, it's about crude oil. So let me show you what's going on. So we've got a new week, new trading opportunities. Peace has once again failed over the weekend. Every social media warrior trader was calling for a stock market crash. And the reality is that war, it has been factored into the market movements for a while now. So something even more crazier than war has got to happen for it to make an impact on the markets. Three things are on the table today. One, again, why crude is moving towards $88 as the Strait of Hormuz heats up. Number two, why SPX is on a setup for the V entry. It's a reduced position size, but we'll explore that in a moment. And number three, Uncle Russell is coiled tighter than it has been in a lot of weeks, so the breakout move is going to be pretty good. So the overnight tape, again, I've just got the view changed ever so slightly. I've got bar charts on instead of candles, in case you wonder why it looks a wee bit different. The overnight futures have barely blinked. We're actually more bullish than bearish despite the weekend news. The exception is crude, which more directly is going to be impacted by, again, the weekend news and the Hormuz, the Middle Eastern war fears, essentially. And even then, it's a mild gap which has reacted a little bit higher. We've gapped higher and then traded lower. And actually, since I've put this presentation together, we're actually seeing price move a little bit lower again already. Again, the S&P, again, just generalizing again. The S&P is at the upper end of the range, and a move towards the lower end of the range seems likely. The Nasdaq's already done that bottom left there. We can see it's gone from the upper end of the range down to the lower end of the range. We've just kissed the rising VWAP there. The Dow and the Russell are a little bit harder to just define where the boundary levels are, but I think it's clear that we've got consolidations on all of those. It's not as long term, and it's not as clear cut as the other two indexes. We can see that gold is doing something very similar there as well, as is the Bitcoin crypto there. Again, we aren't grinding sideways. So looking at the S&P again for a change, the S&P tag and turn chart is very clear to read. We've got the gap down, the rally higher there. We've got the tag and turn setup. Our scoring with the new software updates is giving it a reduced, it's a below average setup. It doesn't mean that it's going to not work. It just means that the likelihood of this is a little bit lower, so we're still going to take it. We're going to reduce our position size. To be fair, the overnight moves, we should be around about the entry level, about that 7,500, and if we go through the 7,500 level, we'll have that V entry for the add-in, and then the confidence level will start to go up on the scoring for the software there. We'll see that scoring actually changes. The mechanisms that we have, the metrics, we've got 30 plus metrics in the background that we're monitoring, so we'll see that scoring change when or if that happens. Now, Uncle Russell is a little bit harder to read by comparison. Again, I've got a lot of extra stuff on. Last week we noticed when I got back from my vacation, we've got overlapping consolidations. And again, for a change, it is a little bit more difficult. This last consolidation here, the attempt to break out, move back in, we've gone back bullish on the tag and turn. I think when this whole consolidation zone breaks, we're going to see a pretty fast and sharp move. Now, despite the messy charts, the scoring on this is actually, better than the S&P. So it just goes to show that the metrics that I'm monitoring in the background, despite my own personal opinion, is actually giving this as a better trade opportunity. And again, the overnight moves are already showing us some positive, certainly at the open, we'll see price gap. Crude oil, again, the $88 mark, again, just a little bit of a happy coincidence. Again, just measuring the rising flag. There's the flag there, we've got the flagpole, the trending part of the move. We just take that as a measured move, and that gives me a target of a little over $88, which is where I'm going for now. And again, one of the things that I did mention, gap high, it's just meandered lower to the gap, though it's actually coming down a little bit towards 79.50 in real time. I'll own charts for the exact thing. But ultimately, when we get to $88, just to tie in the Back to the Future, some serious shit is going to happen when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, $88. Bitcoin is doing the same thing. It's not really done anything since the beginning of July, just grinding ever so slightly higher. One of our 6 money making patterns: buy the range lows, sell the range highs. Currently in the middle of the range, there's no action to take for the moment, and ultimately waiting for the bigger breakout. Daily charts is meandering sideways. I can possibly draw some boundary levels on this now. Again, we've got a very clear defined zone here, but we've got patterns within patterns again on Bitcoin. So we should see that above 66,000 we'll have the bullish breakout. Below, let's just say about 62,500, we'll have the bear breakout. We're just pinching between rising VWAP and the descending VWAP. So there's only so many ways you can say it's a consolidation. Buy the lows, sell the highs, wait for the breakout. But that's where we're at. So that's it for today. Just a quick roundup to get the week started. I'm officially back in the saddle after several days in Greece. Fabulous time. Batteries are fully recharged and ready for the second half of the year. So as always, have a great time trading. If you need anything or you want to know more about the software and the tools, there's a link somewhere in the description. Just shoot me any questions that you may have about the markets or software tools. Until next time, bye for now.